On the Rural Radio Network, I'm Bryce Duske, and it is our chance that time of the week where we catch up with Nebraska Extension's Eric Hunt to talk all things weather when it comes to the week ahead. And Eric, right now, front of mind for a lot of our listeners, as we are now 7 days in the month of April, is when are we going to start planting? I just pulled up the Nebraska Mesonet, the bare soil temperature 4-inch average, and we're a little bit chilly as we start the day across the state of Nebraska. What are you seeing?
Yeah, soil temperatures right now around the state are mostly in the 40s. So, the parts of the state where you be eligible to plant by Thursday, I believe it is, with the RMA planting dates, in those areas of the state, temperatures right now are kind of holding between 45 and 50. It'll be a little bit cooler today, particularly in the eastern side of the state, with highs mostly in the upper 40s to low 50s. Warmer as we go west. The good news, though, is we should warm up through the week, and I think by this weekend we should have highs in the 70s statewide, potentially even hitting 80 degrees by Saturday across portions of central Nebraska. This time of year with warm afternoons and strong sunshine, which we should see quite a bit of this week, I think our soil temperatures should be safely above 50 by the end of the week. And I don't anticipate any major precipitation across the state this week. I don't think there's anything significant coming until potentially about 10 days from now. So I think starting later this week, we've got a good 4 or 5 day window open for people to get out and get some work done, which is good.
Okay, tell me a little bit more about that 10-day outlook when it comes to moisture and perhaps some of that coming our way.
Sure, but the only thing I can see coming this week, there are going to be a couple of little short waves coming through the north-central U.S. Wednesday and early Thursday. That may produce a little bit of precipitation from north-central into eastern sections of the state. But realistically, we're looking at about 1/10 of an inch at most from that if we get anything. Most indications right now would be hundredths of an inch of probably nothing, really. I think we stay dry this weekend. We will be under ridging through early this next week, and we will be warm and sunny, probably a little bit breezy at times. I think by the time we get in the middle of next week, we're going to see that ridge flatten out. There will be chances for more activity to move into this region of the country. The models in recent days have been relatively bullish on us getting some reasonably good moisture across a good portion of the state as we head to the weekend before Easter. So probably I would say next Wednesday, Thursday would be probably around the time we would start seeing chances of precipitation increase here again. And realistically, there are parts of the state that really are going to need that moisture by that time. I mean, certainly areas that are still in severe drought or worse definitely need the moisture. But there's also places in south central Nebraska that really just have not caught the rains that we've had, or rain and we're still around here the last month. We're getting a time of year when our climatological averages are going up, so only getting a quarter inch in a week is would start accumulating some deficits, and we don't want that to happen.
Mm-hmm. Well, kind of in closing, let's talk about the latest drought monitor that was published, authored by the folks at the University of Nebraska in collaboration with a lot of other people. I know you helped contribute to that. All practical purposes, essentially pretty much all of Nebraska remains in some category of drought, but extreme northwest portions of the state are in the extreme drought. Can you talk about the conditions observed in kind of the 3-4 county region up there?
Yeah, they've been in extreme drought in that portion of the Panhandle for quite a while, and realistically, until there is significant precipitation, there won't be any major improvement seen on that map. If there's any silver lining, we have seen some improvement across portions of the sand hills here in the last couple of weeks. So they've had some good moisture there. They have had a little bit of moisture at times across portions of the Panhandle, but it just really hasn't been enough to move that needle.
All right. Well, I appreciate you joining us here on a Monday morning to give us the latest information from Nebraska Extension. Eric Hunt, our guest as we talk about weather.